scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
I feel dumber just having listened to that. Well, at least we know what we need to clear that rift.
That's all rather intriguing. This is very curious. Some of the science eludes me, but this equation, although incomplete, clearly has to do with the rift in the other room. What do you think, Commander?
Oh, wait. Why are you sleeping? Orders! Misunderstood!
not trouble me.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Hastening to cover. The protector ready.
Hey, Commander. Can we talk? Promise it'll be quick. I wanted to thank you for hearing me out after everything that happened with DeVries. It meant a lot getting some of those feelings. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We can get back to the mission.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Worth a search for the equation, even if the place looks like an adult playpen.
Taking credit for someone else's genius? Can't say I'm surprised. Well, ain't that convenient. First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us.
Now we only need return to the terminal and input it.
vision was starting to swim for a moment there.
Hypothesis was correct all along. The results from the experiments were faulty. Capture the readings. We'll let the blame settle as it lies. Data retrieval complete. Let's hope the others return shortly.
Commander, throwing energy your way.
Ready to take the heat off. Just give the signal.
That cover spot looks much better. Best reload.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Realign with the pivot.
Don't make me bury another 8! Get up to the Providence quick like and find that rift monster.
Made it in free of undue kerfuffle. Now to unseal that hangar.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
dictates, imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Guns, lock the door. Give the signal.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Going out of sight. Ready to take the heat off you.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Prudence dictates, this individualist will
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Go for torpification. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Ryan over here.
Torpificator at ready status. Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. energizing.
Prudence dictates it is the duty of best to protect peak efficiency at all times.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Reviving me is strategically...
Not getting up without help, Commander! Give the order and I'll take care of it.
Adversary as the predator predicted.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Capacitor out.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up. Just say when.
Commander, throwing energy your way.
Prudence dictates we maintain sufficient zeal at all times.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energy.
Predictable fate for the base individualist. Our vigilance is Prudence dictates take this moment to rightly appreciate our perfect life of contentment and no escaping.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Is always our vigilance
Better if I go and see.
Dictates we cherish all we have and develop
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
adversary.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Taking cover!
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Unless you plan on conjuring ammo from hate.
Proceeding to...
We ought to get the crackers.
You have my attention.
Torpificator is charged. Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Go for torpification. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Back in my sight.
Standing by to stupefy.
Ammunition depleted. They hate our contentment.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. My field calculations suggest the rift modulator is on deck 2.
Huh? Deserves a...
Resorting to violence. Multiplicator at ready status. Hazard unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Perfection! I advise you decamp directly. Just reconvene.
Torpificator is charged. Commander, throwing energy your way.
What's going on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. That's... I don't... Oh, Matriarch, save me. This intercom is to be used for emergencies only. Misuse of this intercom will result in prompt arrest and correction of the perpetrator. Now, how can I assist you, Deck 01? How many times must I explain this to you all down there? Every subject aboard the Providence must keep their deck access credentials on their person at all times. If you misplaced your access card, Sovereign help you, because I surely cannot. Perhaps a colleague would be willing to lend you theirs, hmm?
Engineer is invaluable in the field.
Reckon we could look for those access credentials if you wanted to avoid a fight. Sneaking around's always an option too. Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around, but quiet-like. See what information we can uncover.
Attention. Due to the sensitive information housed on this deck, all subjects are required to keep access credentials on their team at all times. Failure to produce these credentials when asked will result in swift disciplinary
that wasn't so difficult now, was it?
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time to be loitering somewhere you should not. You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to smear you across the floor. Oh. Are you a rift specialist? You should share your progress with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift chamber. Here, I'll lend you my access credentials as proof of your authorization. Of course, the Consul's vision for an idealized version of Arcadia are paramount to my own aims. It's my wife, you see. She's never loved me, and she chews with her mouth open. Through the Consul's plan, I expect to see both issues rectified, especially the latter one. Montserrat asserts that this is not how the rift shall work, but I believe he simply needs to redouble his devotion.
Well, the modulator's certainly bigger than a bread box. Fortunately, the ship makes a convenient carrying case. Just need to learn how it all works together.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
I received word that you were here. Rift specialist, are you? What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. So you are familiar with the work we're doing. Tell me, what do you make of our experimentations? So then you've come to the same conclusions as I. Though, you're not the one I must convince to deviate from this mess that we're in. Our situation is far more dire than it may seem. There is no proof that Rift data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan will fail completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him, because if you don't, we're all dead. A deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematic secured. These rift coordinates are deep into unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications.
It's a stumper, all right. But we'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the console. Here we are. Console's right through those doors. He's the last obstacle between us and that modulator.
Alternatives to killing exist, but they are not without risk. You could try dissuading the Consul. Sow doubt in his heart. Undermine his arguments profoundly.
Don't expect much in the way of concessions. He probably still thinks he's got the stronger position. Tyrants ain't generally known for their reasoning skills, but think what you will, Commander. This might be a good time to resupply and reconnoiter. Reckon there's likely to be something around here that can give us an edge if our talks stall out.
The Sovereign was a naive fool. The Consul, a scheming sprat with delusions of competence. Time will tell which was more destructive.
Ah, Redactor Esmond. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat, this will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy, no need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Esmond. Say, you look frazzled. Troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Your tampering with the rifts is against the plan. A correction is imminent, and none of us may survive it.
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly incorrect. What you are witnessing is my saving of Arcadia, and ridding it permanently of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. My dear agent, everything that occurs in Arcadia I know of. My sentinels have made sure of that. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Westport. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
The Protectorate was responsible for expanding the rift? Law. I'd ask why, but I can already guess the answer.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. That's the story everyone knows, yes. But surely you don't believe only one human mind is capable of inventing such a technology. In the matriarch's younger years, she discovered a crashed ship deep in the Earth. And in it, the very first skip drive known to humanity. She dissected this tech, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse. And, well, that eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever. Indeed. That's why my strongest supporters wholeheartedly believe in me, and the Protectorate cause. So which is it? Can my people see reason, as you so aptly put it? Or are they mindless drones needing desperately to be saved by you? It cannot be both. So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
I doubt you've had anyone capable checking your calculations. You don't strike me as particularly thorough, or much of a heavy thinker.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim? I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale might. One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality. And now I've reached the end of my patience. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? Indeed. Then why wait? Your
Investigating hostile intent.
Hostile there.
Torpification.
Fall quickly into Arcadia.
Standing by to stupefy.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Your temp...
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly such bravado. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before. It's only when the matriarch discovered the first skip drive. But it is as the grand architect designed. And believe you, without this discovery, we may never... As fascinating as your suit... Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. Hush. I was conversating with your leader here. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. Commander, you are clearly ill-equipped to speak on Arcadian affairs, or of what truly matters to its subjects. Indeed. That's what... So which is it? Can my... You must know that you have little chance of And what is your definition of... The Protectorate was clearly meant... And you came here claiming so... Ready to waste it, or you're...
another agent! Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Field calculations suggest the rift will soon completely destabilize. The rift modulator can be utilized to stop it, but the only way to do so is to fly it inside. I've heard similar words spoken before. Those inspired by them are long gone. You know, I spent decades doing everything asked of me, and I was just starting to enjoy not doing that. Well, look at you, Commander, stepping up. Didn't reckon you had it in you. All right. Somebody reliable ought to safeguard the schematics, ensure humanity is saved, and such and the like. If you won't, guess I'd better. Between these and the processed rift data, I'm sure someone can science up modulators usable at a safe distance. Rifts will soon be a thing of the past. May all your endeavors add to the equation.
So, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Zebulon Tran was apprehended plotting against the Protectorate and sent to mental refreshment. Reluctant to name collaborators, he was subjected to the lathe at its highest setting. He emerged as the perfect Protectorate subject, with no memory of either Niles or his sister. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Within weeks of concluding the Arcadian mission, Val broke down beyond repair. Her compression coils corroded from exposure to the rifts. Her logic core decayed by the heat of extreme use. Niles grieved for his automech companion, whom he secretly believed was still looking out for him. Perhaps he was right. A year after the Arcadian mission, Niles resolved a life support malfunction aboard the Incognito by using Val's old parts, a task he accomplished tearfully. Niles remained torn about the Earth Directorate and his place in it. His victory at the reconstituted Horizon Point turned to ash in his mouth when he learned that his friend, Zebulon Tran, was captured while attempting a heist on the tomb of the matriarch. Niles slipped away from the Incognito one evening to attempt to free Zebulon from mental refreshment and make amends for the past. He was never seen or heard from again. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bujold at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret, forced to think for themselves after a lifetime of luxurious certainty. Protectorate hardliners banded together to preserve their society. Without the Order or the corporatists controlling Arcadia, they had a real chance at making a comeback. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. With unfettered access to skip drives and beholden to no one, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the Earth Directorate controlled Arcadia with little trouble for a time, successfully rebranding it as a society free of corporate or government overreach. Yet, as the years passed, the Arcadians saw fewer and fewer differences between the Earth Directorate and their previous overlords. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Like my faction accessories? Do they make me look handsome or too handsome?